Hi everybody, in today's Adobe Premiere Pro video we're going to do a nice little project to create a graphical picture-in-picture comparison type video between two games from the same franchise. We're going to be looking at Sniper Elite V2 from the Xbox 360 and we're going to be comparing it with Sniper Elite 3 on the PS4. So it's going to be one of those, Sniper Elite 3 versus Sniper Elite 2 graphical comparison videos, and we're going to have the main video, if you like, with the big picture, and then the comparison video in the top right hand corner as a smaller picture, and we're going to flick backwards and forwards through them. And I'm going to show how to do this in Adobe Premiere Pro. So I've already imported the two files I'm going to be working from into my project bin. So first things first, let's just drag the Sniper Elite 3 video over, and then let's drag the Sniper Elite 2 video over and just plonk it straight on top, just like that. Now, I will be doing a separate video on how you can do this with a face cam or webcam, if you want to do a picture-in-picture like that, where, say, you're playing a game and you've got a webcam on or a face cam on and you want to show yourself while you're playing the game, because it's a bit of a different kettle of fish, because you have to make sure that the picture that would be in the top right hand corner of your face syncs up with the gameplay. Now, in this particular example, it doesn't really matter that these are two distinct video files. They don't need to be synced up at all. So if you like, it's almost a little bit simpler. So first things first, just to make yourself sort of familiar with what we can see. So we've got the timeline here. We've got our two videos here, which are the top ones, and then the audio tracks are the ones underneath. Now, we do have to bear in mind the audio, because we are going to be showing the pictures, the main screen separately, and we're going to be flicking to small ones, but we've got to make sure the audio is okay as well. So what we'll do is I'm just going to zoom in a little bit on the timeline first by pressing Z and then clicking. Remember, we can press Alt to zoom out again. And what we'll do, we'll have the change every, say, 4 seconds. So to start off with, I'm just going to press the C button and bring up my cut tool. And I'm just going to make a cut every 4 seconds. So we're going to cut there on both video tracks. There. Oh, that's every 2 seconds, isn't it? It's probably that's probably a little bit too fast. So let's go back in the history. Go back to that one. Every 4 seconds we said, didn't we? So press C. So we go to 4 seconds. So cut there, go to 8, cut there, go to 12, cut there, slide along, go to 16, cut there, press Z, press left click just to zoom out, Alt just to zoom out a little bit so we can see it all. In fact, I tell you what, let's go to 20, let's take it all, press C again to get the cut button, press there. So we've made our initial cuts to do our basic background videos, if you like, the big ones. Now press V to get the tool button up, and it's dead easy. All I'm doing is I'm going to click on that, press delete, 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 and you should be kind of see what we're doing now. So if I come back to here now and just play it, we should say there you go, Sniper Elite 3, and that changes to Sniper Elite 2, and the sound is there. Sniper Elite 3, Sniper Elite 2, Sniper Elite 3. Dead easy, isn't it? So that's that. I mean, for a basic graphics comparison video, that would be more than okay, wouldn't it? But we want to take it one step further, so that when we're looking at Sniper Elite 3 here, we've got the Sniper Elite 2 footage up here. So what we need to do then is we need to go back to our project bin up here, and we need to get the Sniper Elite 2 video again and put it up here in another part of the timeline. We need to stick it up here. And guess what we need to put above it? You're right, the Sniper Elite 3 one goes all the way above here. Now, because these two videos are these top ones are going to be our small versions that are going to go in the top right corner, we don't want them to have any sound, because we want the sound to come from the main videos. So I'm just going to select one of them, right click on my mouse and go unlink. Then I'll do the same with the next one, right click, unlink. And what that means is I can now separately go down to the audio and delete the audio files for those particular tracks. So I can just select it, press delete, select it and press delete. In fact, what I'll do is if I slide this up a little bit, there we go, make the preview pane a bit smaller, but we should be able to see all of our video tracks now. So what you can see now is because I've deleted those audio tracks, the only audio tracks we've got are the main ones for our main video, which is the way we want it. So now what we need to do is resize these ones here. Now this is it's pretty easy. All you need to do is click on the track that you want to resize, go up to the preview panel, double click it, and you'll see these little handles appear. And now we can just drag them in, make it smaller, and then we could just drag it over to the corner like so. Make it whatever size we want and then move it around. The other way of doing it is if you go over to Effect Controls in the top left hand corner and click on Motion, you see we've got Scale here, and as you put your mouse pointer over the top you should be able to see that little arrows come up, so we can go left and right, making the video bigger and smaller. Or we could click on it and we could type in say 45 and press enter, and then we could also muck around with the position as well. So if you wanted to, we could very accurately get both videos in exactly the same position if we wanted to go that far. But do I really want to go that far? Not for the purposes of for what I do on YouTube. It's never that accurate anyway. Woo. We just want it roughly in the right sort of place. So that's where we want the Sniper Elite 3 video sort of preview to be. Now what I'm going to do is I need to work on the one underneath now, but I can't see it. So what I need to do is click on that eyeball on the track from the Sniper Elite 3 version, make it disappear, and now I've got this one. So now I can double click this, and then I can drag it in, and drag it all the way over here. In fact, at this point it's probably a good idea to bring up the other one so I can just see if they're around about the same sort of size, and whether they're kind of going off on each other, which I think they are, aren't they? Let's have a look. Slightly different size, but hey, close enough. Let's get it behind it. There we go. Close enough for government work, I think. So now we've got our small videos, but as you can see, the only one we can see is the Sniper Elite 3 one, because it's over the top of the Sniper Elite 2 one. So guess what we need to do? We need to make some more cuts again. So we press C to bring up our cut button. Now this is where sometimes it can get a little bit complicated, but if you just look, we know in the main picture we've got Sniper Elite 3, in the little picture we've got Sniper Elite 3, so we need to cut Sniper Elite 3, which is going to be this top one. And then all we can do is, we know that that's where the cut is going to be, so you cut, and we just go along putting our cuts in, like so, on every 4 seconds. And you would carry on doing that all the way down the video. Now we press V to bring up our tool tip, and we're just going to delete the ones we don't want. Now, so in this one, we don't want that one because we want the one that's underneath, and if we do the eyeball, we can just check it, go backwards and forwards. So we know we want to click that, press delete, and then we want to click that one, press delete, 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 and we end up with this nice checkerboard pattern. So what should happen now is when we go back and we watch the video, we should have a big one, so we've got Sniper Elite 3 big, Sniper Elite 2 small. Sniper Elite 2 big, Sniper Elite 3 small. Sniper Elite 3 big, Sniper Elite 2 small. Sniper Elite 2 small, Sniper Elite 3, sorry, Sniper Elite 2 big, Sniper Elite 3 small, and then finally Sniper Elite 3 big, Sniper Elite 2 small. And that is, you're getting a good graphical comparison there. I don't know whether 4 seconds is maybe a little bit too short a time, actually. And then you would go along and you would put all those cuts all the way through to the end of your video. I mean, you don't need to do it for that long in this type of video. Probably after about a minute and a half, people would get the idea, unless you add in some commentary on the top as well, just to chat about how good they are. In fact, that's probably, I would recommend you do that in this sort of video. And if you wanted to add a commentary track, all you would do is, in fact, let me show you how to do it now. If I just grab any sort of commentary track, so if I grab this audio file, put it in the project bin, And all you would then do is kind of add that on the bottom. It may be an idea, if you were doing that, to think about that to start off with, and then use the audio mixer to reduce the volumes on the gameplay videos so that your commentary track, which would be down here, isn't drowned out by the gameplay. But you know, just something you can think about. And that is how you can use Adobe's Premiere Pro to create a picture-in-picture effect that you could use on something like this, which would be a graphical comparison video between two games where you've got one little one in the corner and then a bigger one, and then it flips backwards and forwards between the videos so people can get really good comparison. Okay, so that's enough from me. If you've got any questions or comments about this, please put them down below. If you've enjoyed the video, press like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again soon.